Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's ride is extra special. I'm heading out from Bengaluru to the beautiful hills of Kailasagiri, and I'm joined by my riding brother Krish. Fun fact, I was procrastinating for quite some time about starting the motovlog channel. Krish is actually the one who pushed me to start this whole motovlogging journey. So today's ride is kind of a full circle moment for me. We start our day early at the Kadugodi Shell petrol pump. The city is still waking up. The air is cool and there's this quiet excitement in the air. We top up the fuel, check the bikes, and roll out, ready to chase some morning sun and fresh air. As we hit the Hoskote toll and leave the city behind, I can feel the change instantly. The traffic thins out and the road just opens up in front of us. We are cruising on the Kolar highway and it's one of those perfect weather days. The sky is cloudy, there's a gentle breeze, and both sides of the road are lined with green trees swaying with the wind. After some distance, the first glimpse of the Kailasagiri hill ranges appears in the horizon. It's that moment where you spot your destination far away and your excitement just jumps a notch. Every kilometer, they grow a little bigger, a little closer, pulling us in. We pass small villages where life seems to move at its own relaxed pace. The smell of wood fire and fresh earth fills the air. On either side, green fields stretch out endlessly, and I can't help but slow down a bit, just to take it all in. This is why we ride, for these little pockets of beauty. One thing I always remind myself on rides like this: respect the locals. When we cross through villages and small towns, we ride decently. No rev bombing, no unnecessary noise. The people here are generally warm and welcoming, often smiling or waving as we pass. And in return, the least we can do is respect their peace and the sanctity of their surroundings. We reached the viewpoint from where we could see a beautiful pond and magnificent hills at the backdrop. After soaking in the view for a while, we decided to head a little closer to the pond and find ourselves a nice quiet spot to relax. As we rode ahead, we weren't quite sure where to go. That's when we spotted a man and asked him for directions. I actually spoke to him in Kannada, assuming he was a local. But to my surprise, he replied in Hindi. Either way, we got the directions we needed, and just as we were about to head towards the pond, Krish had a little mishap. The road sloped steeply on one side, and his bike tipped over. We rushed to help. He quickly picked it up, and thankfully, both Krish and the bike were safe with no major impact. He was definitely shaken, so we took a few minutes to pause, breathe, and let it sink in before moving on. And you know, moments like these remind me of the powerful dialogue from Batman, where Alfred asks Bruce, "Why do we fall?" and answers, "So that we can learn to pick ourselves up." That thought hit differently right there on the trail. It was a reminder that slips and falls are part of the journey, and what matters is rising again. With that in mind, we continued on and finally reached the spot by the pond. We parked our bikes right next to the pond, reflecting the hills above. It's quiet, except for soft sound of water and the occasional bird call. We park the bikes, sit back, and just breathe it all in. Out comes the instant noodles. Nothing fancy, but trust me, a hot cup in a place like this hits differently. We laugh, we talk, and it feels like the time has slowed down. After the break, it's time to tackle the climb.
Ready?
The road narrows and the terrain starts getting a bit tricky. A mix of dirt, inclines and gravels. But honestly, that just makes it more fun. The view keeps getting better with every turn. And at one point, I see the vast stretch of land around us. It's a reminder of how far we have come. Now, speaking of this terrain, let me just say, the Interceptor 650 is not your typical off-road bike. But with the right touch, it can handle so much more than people expect. I have made a few personal mods to make it more enjoyable for my style of riding. And honestly, it's transformed the experience. After my stock tires wore out, I switched to all-terrain tires from Shinko. And wow, what a difference! These tires have been incredible, both on smooth tarmac and when things get a little rough and loose. On the way up, we pass more riders. Some heading up like us, some coming down with smiles that say they have just had the time of their lives. There's this unspoken camaraderie among riders. A simple nod or wave is enough to say, ride safe, enjoy the road. And then we're here, the hilltop. The air feels lighter, cooler. The view, absolutely breathtaking. Hills roll into the horizon, and you can see tiny villages nestled in between. You have to be here to feel it. Standing here, I can't help but think how this journey started. I wouldn't have been here if it weren't for the push and encouragement from the people around me. And it hits me, riding, much like life, isn't always smooth. There will be bumpy stretches, slippery turns, and unexpected obstacles. But if you keep going, you'll also find the stretches so beautiful, they make the rough parts worth it. So here's to the journey ahead, both on the road and off it. I'm glad I have started, and I'm even happier that I get to take you all along with me. If you enjoyed this ride, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep exploring together. Until next time, ride safe and ride happy.